Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Adrianne. So today's video is going to be the best of beauty. I have everything from makeup to skincare to hair products and even one or two perfumes. I did a separate video on my best of perfumes, but I'll include a couple in here that I didn't include in the other one. So let's get started. Let's start off with hair care because that's what I have in front of me right now. No particular order. This is things that I have been loving and using the most this year throughout the whole year. You guys know I have worn wigs for the past 6 months. So I have not worn my hair out, but I have been taking care of my hair diligently every week, purposely under these wigs so my hair could grow out. And I plan to recolor it for Christmas. It hasn't been colored yet, but I plan to recolor it for Christmas. I have, I think, one more wig sponsorship I have to get done for the year, and then red hair is coming back out. This is what I've been using to shampoo my hair under every, still wash my hair every week, typically every 1 to 1.5 weeks. 2 is the max because my hair is itchy, and I just keep my hair flat twist down or like a mini twist in a low ponytail, low maintenance. But I love using the Richer One shampoo by Fenty. I brought another one when they had their sale. This shampoo is the best shampoo I've ever used. It smells divine. It works. It lathers really good. When she dropped her Fenty line for her hair care line back earlier this year, I purchased it the first go round. I told you guys in my initial review how much I liked it, and this is what I have gravitated for. Between Fenty hair is my #1 that I use, and I've already used up a whole bottle. This is my second one, and I have a backup one. But this is the one that I like to use. If I'm not using this one, if I want to switch it up because I do feel like my hair gets used to the same product, then I'll either go in with my Amika or the Amika Bond one or the Pureology. But this has been my most used for 2024 shampoo. Deep conditioner would be the Melanin. This is the Melanin Plumping Deep Conditioner. It has hyaluronic acid, biotin, fenugreek, pumpkin seed, pumpkin, and bamboo. This is a silkening and strengthening one. My hair is so soft when I use this. When I rinse it out, my hair just feels so good. I love this deep conditioner more than any other deep conditioner ones that I use. Between this one and the Ajwa. The Ajwa Beauty is nice too, but it's much thicker, so I gravitate towards this one. It doesn't leave my hair feeling weighed down when I rinse it out. My hair is super soft, moisturized, and I just really like this deep conditioner. Ulta has it, or you can order from Melanin Hair Care. Both of these are by Black women. I'm not saying that I'll use it because of that. This is just what I like. Again, if I get tired of using this, or if I want to change my hair up, I'll go with my Pureology, which is a professional line, or my Mika, which is a professional line. I think it's professional. Is it professional? Yeah, because my sister has to get it from, yeah, never mind. I'm about to tell my tea. All right, next I want to talk about this T3 curling iron. I got this from Marshall's for like $75, $69, something like that, and I love this curling iron so much. I want to say this is maybe the 1 inch, but I like reach for this all the time. I thought it was a little hard to use, and you got to twist the bottom, but this gets super hot. If I have it on 5, my hair is burning off. So I don't go higher than the 3. It does get super hot. I want to get the T3 flat iron next because I'm in the market to buy a new flat iron. So I was looking at either a T3 or I might get another Babyliss. I don't know, but this has been my most used utensil, and also their blow dryer. I don't have the blow dryer is in the bathroom, but you guys, when I was doing hair content, you would see me using it every wash and go video. I really like that one. That has replaced my Dyson. My Dyson was expensive, but the reason why I stopped using my Dyson because it kept cutting off, and I thought it was the filter. I just didn't have time for that. I paid too much money for it to be cutting off. Like, it should be pretty, it should tell me what's wrong with it, and I'm having to figure it out for that price. So I haven't touched that Dyson in over a year. Once I got my T3, now I do think the T3 blow dryer is cheaply made because it's kind of like, it's plastic. It's very cheaply made, and actually all of my attachments have cracked because I use it so much. So it's not cheap. I want to say it's like $160 or maybe $269. I don't know. The blow dryer is not cheap, and I think for the price of it, the quality needs to match, and it doesn't. But it does match for the curling iron, which is why I included it in this video. So the T3 curling iron is really good. If you can find it at TJ Maxx for cheaper than Ulta and everybody, and T3 sells it, get it there. I really like it. All right, let's move on to skincare. I have been loving, so much so that I have this in a backup, and I buy the refills of this. The not clean simple. Every time I show this, I want to show it because it's green. Youth to the People cleanser is so good. And it's not overhyped. I used to think, oh, it's overhyped, but $39 for a face wash. Like, oh my God. It's so good. It's gentle on my skin. I don't have sensitive skin, but it's gentle on my, I mean, yeah, I don't have sensitive skin. Yeah, I don't break out, nothing like that. But this is so good. I love the scent of it. I love how good it lathers. All I use is one pump, and I wash my face that morning, afternoon. I just started using this is the Super Food cleanser, and the other one must be Super Fruit. And the other one is orange. I use that one at night and this one in the morning. And this has been my skincare routine, and my skin loves it. I love it. I haven't reached for anything else other than this cleanser. I've used this on and off just to switch it up every so often, and I always go gravitate back to this one. It's really good. This is the Clarins eye cream. This is the Total Lift. She's expensive, very, very expensive. One pump on my ring finger, and I'll put this on morning and night. I used to put I have it in my cart to check out the Good Molecules eye serum, eye gel. Wake up eye gel is like $6. I would use that in the morning and this at night just to stretch this out, but I ran out of that, so I've been using this in the morning and night. I feel like it helps them out. You can't see it. I'm showing y'all like I got a face full of makeup on. I'm about to say, but to me, I find that it helps my dark spots. Even Micah noticed it before, so this is why I continue to buy it. She pricey. She $90 for some eye cream, but I only buy it when it's 50% off, either around the holidays or when Ulta's having that one-day sale. I'll buy it. I really like it, and it just keeps my eyes moisturized, and I see a difference with lightening my dark spots if I use it consistently. It took me about a month for me to see a difference, and it wasn't until Micah pointed it out that I was like, oh, my eyes are a little bit lighter. And then my dark eyes came back because I stopped using it. So the key to it is what? Consistency. That's when you see results. Speaking of consistency, I have been loving this discoloration serum by Good Molecules. I'm including this one because this is what I've used the most this year. I think I purchased 3 bottles of this. I use this morning and night. It does very good under my makeup. It does very good on its own. It doesn't make me oily. I feel like it does help clear my dark spots. It's not a groundbreaking overnight see a difference type of thing, but I just like the consistency of it, and I let it absorb, and I think it's good. $12. I think this one's $25 because it's a bigger one, but I really like this. I just bought the Clarins collagen dark spot serum, the Vino one, and I probably should use her on her own, but she's so pricey, so I found myself using a drop of the collagen one and then a whole dropper of this one, because this one is affordable. The other one is expensive, but I use both of them lately, and I just started doing that like this week, using both of them, because I just felt like I was going through that Vino, the collagen one that's $100. I was going through that a little too fast, so I'm trying to use it a little bit sparingly to let it stretch a little bit. Speaking of stretch, I am using I didn't stretch this Topicals lip salve mint lip balm lip salve slick salve. Girl, this Topicals. I've been using this. I have been breaking. My lips have been so dry. I have no idea. And I drink my water. I'm a water girly. Okay, I love water. But just my lips have been super dry like the past couple months, and so I started using more lip glosses. That's why my lips are not matte today. It's a lip gloss, just to kind of help keep my mouth a little bit moisturized. But I like this over Carmex, over Vaseline. I like this Topicals a lot. I just started using 2 other things, but this is still my most used for 2024, and I really feel like overnight this healed my lips whenever they were so bad, they were bleeding. They were cracked bleeding. They were like pleading for help. And Topicals, somebody wrote in my I did a poll on Instagram, and somebody said try Topicals, and I did. I haven't turned back, and I done brought like 6 of these because I like them a lot. All right, got a couple of Bodycare. This is the Phlur Vanilla Skin. I'm putting this as my most used because since I brought this, I have not turned back to my Donna Karan. Donna Karan would be my most used because this didn't come out till later this year, but to make it fair, this is I think $20. Donna Karan I think is $40. It's double the price, but the Phlur Vanilla Skin it smells so good, and it works. Okay, I have tried the Saltaire. I never tried the Salt and Stone because it says, I think Salt and Stone is aluminum free. Maybe me and aluminum free do not go together, okay? Because my underarms be snitching on me. I've never had an issue with sweating, but I live in Louisiana and it's humid. I need the aluminum. And I know y'all say it causes cancer. Heck, the water y'all drink causes cancer, okay? Like, let's be honest. Let's have a real conversation here. you know, it's really hard. The everything around us, the air we breathe, the things we put on, the hair products, the perms, I mean, everything is not good. Nothing is good for you. Even the fruit that we eat is something. The pesticides that they spray on the fruit is not. Listen, Linda. I just feel like I cannot stress myself out over trying to be super conscious. I don't want to be conscious. I want to be stupid, but I'm not the type to. When I looked it up online, because somebody sent me a message about it. I looked it up online about aluminum causing cancer, and they were saying like it's not a proven fact, and it has such small amounts of it that it's not even detectable. So I was like, okay, Dr. Google, I hear you. So I still use it. This is the Phlur Vanilla Skin. Let me get off my soapbox on that. Vanilla Skin is really good. Donna Karan makes an aluminum free one. If you want to think about that, go ahead. But I'm sticking with Vanilla Skin. She half the price and she's really good. And she smells good. All right. Bodycare. This is the Josie Maran Body Butter. I also like the Body Scrub by Josie Maran. They ended up sending me this. And I ended up buying on my own money when I ran out because it's so good. I think this is the vanilla. Yeah. No, this is the topless tangerine one that I have in here. The other one I had was unscented, or was it the vanilla? I don't know. This is the topless tangerine and it smells so good. I like putting this on with some oil at night. This is what I use to moisturize every single night. And I love her damn. Now she expensive, but I of course, obviously I think she's worth the money if I want to spend my own coins on it. So, and this is refillable. So like it's a glass jar, good quality. I like it. No surprise that this is in here because this is the one that I use the most whenever I'm doing my Get Ready With Me's. Is the Fenty body cream. The body cream does not smell like the perfume to me. And I've heard other people say that too. The perfume, I can't say I'm not a fan of because the perfume is a hit. I gotta be in the mood to wear her. I wore her twice since I brought the bottle of perfume. But this body cream, it layers so well with almost all of my perfumes. And this is a more cleaner scent. The perfume is more of a muskier scent. But I love it. I love it. And this projects. She $90. She expensive. So use her sparingly. But Fenty, I didn't saw about 3 sales with Fenty of 30% off. So you definitely wait to get this on sale and then try it out. And I don't think you'll turn back. I love it. All right, we got through all the skincare and the body care. We're gonna zoom through the makeup. This is my most used makeup. This pretty much my favorites because this is everything that I use on an everyday basis that I have used for this year. Some of this stuff I've talked about so many times that y'all should already know. Like, what's my favorite eyebrow pencil? The Refy. The Refy brow pencil is so good and it's super duper like thin, so it gives you like the hair-like strokes. And I like using the dark. And it's super pigmented. Do you see that? It gives you like the hair-like strokes. I love it. It's $19 or $20 for the. I have 2 backups. I have the medium to fill in the front part, and then the dark to fill in the back part of it. The Refy brow pencils are so good. I would definitely try them out if I was y'all. And I recently got their Refy. This is not a part of it, but since we're here, we're gonna talk about it. I recently got the Refy primer, and I have been using this one. I already ordered another one because I like her a lot. It's a glowy primer, but it looks so good under makeup, and especially in the wintertime, this is the primer that I like to use, but it's not the one that I've used the most. This is the one I've used the most, so this is the one that's in the video. That's just an honorable mention. The e.l.f. Power Grip with the niacinamide. I really like this primer a lot. This one I use year round, but this one is really good for oily skin. This is a dupe to the Milk Hydro Grip, and since e.l.f. duped it, I have not brought another Milk one. Even when it was on sale for like 30%, I have not. Like, why? e.l.f. did such a good job. And then the blue one does not have niacinamide. It's the same color as the Milk one. And then it came out with the 4% niacinamide. And niacinamide helps with uneven skin tone. And so dark spots. That's why I like using this one. And this is like my second one that I purchased. And it's travel friendly. I want to say $6 or $7. $6 to $10. Or maybe 12. I don't know. Everything went up now. But e.l.f. primer. All right. This is my most used foundation. And I want to say in the latter of the year. The beginning of the year, it was the NARS Soft Matte, but I ran out of that one. I just haven't repurchased it, honestly, and I don't even know why. I just haven't reached for it. I mean, I haven't thought about buying another one, and I did like that one. It was my most used, and I used every bit of it. But the Pat McGrath, the $86, $72, $56, however much. She expensive. She expensive. I bought her a year ago, and when I did my first impressions, I said I didn't like it. But when I tell y'all that this is the foundation that I reach for the most, it is so beautiful. It does not settle in. Even though it's so thin, it does not settle in my fine lines. I just really like this Pat McGrath foundation a lot. I am in the shade 26 medium deep. My shade matches perfectly. It looks good. My concealers, my powders. There's been plenty of times where I went and looked in the mirror in the middle of the day and I'm like, man, my makeup looks good. What foundation am I wearing? It's this one, the Pat McGrath one. Definitely buy it on sale because she's pricey, but I like her a lot. My favorite, most used concealer this year, no surprise, Hourglass. I'm in the shade Maple. I love her so much. My camera's about to overheat, so I'm gonna zoom through really fast. Hourglass is really, really good. Concealer, full coverage, works like a charm. Next is the YSL for my contour. I like using this one a lot. I have used it all up. Pretty much, this is all I have left. I love using this for my liquid bronzer. It blends out like a dream. So good. I love setting my makeup with the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. This is what I use to set my whole face, to blend all of my contour, all of my blushes, everything together. This is like $20, and I just like using the stamping brush, which it's in here by e.l.f. But it's a flat top brush, and it just helps like push the product into my skin. It's this one. I like doing that, and I just push it into my skin. It's so good. This one is really, really, really good. I love using the MAC Blur setting powder to set my under eyes. What I use today. It really blurs. It really blurs your under eye. It's really good. I don't like the packaging because it has this little net thing in the inside of it. I don't like that. But if I tip it over and then use it in my powder puff, it's all good. Bronzer, I have used her up. I got another one of these, bronzer and blush by Rubiessssssss. I like using the dark one to set around the perimeter of my face, and then I use this for my nose contour because it's a little bit lighter. And then my blush, this is the one I feel like I use the most, is this orange, and I like actually stacking them where I'll mix my brush into both of them and put them on. This is what I have on today. It's just so pretty and super pigmented, and Rubiessssssss is so affordable. Palette wise, this is the one that I like that I've used since I brought it, which is the Modern Renaissance palette. This shade right here is what I use for my inner corner highlight every single day. Every day. And then for like my eyeshadow transition shades has been this or that Rubiessssss bronzer. But this is a good lid shade. It's just a very good neutrals everyday palette, and this is by ABH. Love her down. All right, we're almost done. If my camera don't cut off on me. Pencils would be most used throughout the year is the Buxom. This is the creamy chocolate. I like this one because you don't have to worry about it, sharpening it. You just twist it up. This one is really good, and it's perfect on my skin. My most used recently is the one that I brought from Fenty. This is in I Wouldn't. It's a pretty dark, and it lasts all day. Like, she's almost like a lip stain. And the lip that I'm wearing today is Sephora Lip Stain in the number 32. Love her down. And this is the other one I have been wearing since I brought it. This is a good nude. This is called Softy by ABH. This is a lip velvet. Last but not least, to set my face, what I have been using is the Milk Hydro Grip setting spray. This is my third one. I love setting my face with this because it melts my makeup in. But I have oily skin, so I can't just leave it with this. I have to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible setting spray. I like the one size, but I keep buying this one because it's cheaper and it dries so much faster and it does so good. So if you, again, I like to save money, so I'll go in with the L'Oreal one. The one size does last longer because I think it's twice the size of this, but I want to say this is like $8 to $10. So I like this one a lot, and it dries super fast. All right, that concludes all of my 2024 beauty favorites of skincare, hair care, and makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what your favorites were. What did you use the most? What did you like in every category? Leave me a comment down below so we can chat. And thank you guys for watching it. Please subscribe to my channel on your way out, and I'll check you guys out in my next video. Mwah.